welcome to PLLAS. We are so confused, but so ready to talk about tonight's #spring finale. First of all, thank you guys so much for tuning into us all freaking day.
Yes.
We had a blast with you guys.
So much fun.
But like seriously, we have to get
minds
into
are like,
tonight.
I can't right now. Like I have so many questions. I need to.
I
should have paid
no
more
idea.
attention today to the shows than our fans.
But absolutely. But you guys, let's introduce ourselves first.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm your host, Sinead de Vries, and I'm joined by my pretty little talkers, as per usual. Over here, I got Mova, Megan, and Stephanie.
You're a slow jam.
So obviously,
I was doing this in the fan suite a lot today.
we loved it.
I was
way
just like
too
in my
much.
own little world.
You guys, for real though, like, we have to talk about this #twin on PLL. So now we know that the twin is Mrs. DiLaurentis' twin, Mary Drake, which is actually Cece's mother. So Cece is not directly sibling related to Allison and Jason. She's actually their first cousin.
Right.
Still gross, but not
As gross,
Yes.
but not as gross.
Yeah, right.
You hit the nail on the head, girl. Now we know that Elliot Rollins, all he wanted was to get a share in the Karasimi group.
To own the majority, to own 51% of the Karasimi group.
Right.
And that all went down.
The Karasimi group gets me so much because there were so many unanswered questions about the Karasimi group last season.
Right.
And now we know that this is being brought back. So his entire motive was to freak Allie the hell out so she would admit herself into a mental institution so that he could get
money.
So that she would sign papers.
I think I'm making, sorry, I'm on a something.
Yeah.
I think this is making things more confusing. This is total speculation. But I think the guy that looked like Jason, what if that was Cece's like sibling?
Yeah.
And that's why he looked so much like Jason because they were cousins.
God.
Probably.
Love it, love it, love it, love it.
So
love
hopefully,
it. Yes.
hopefully more comes of that. But, you know, who knows who Mary married.
Do we know Reese's last name?
No, we don't.
Reese, that was his name.
Reese,
we don't know.
Reese, we don't
It's
know.
probably Reese Drake.
We might have seen it.
IMDb.
We might have seen it like in just really quickly on his nameplate.
No,
on
because
his
we would have
desk.
noticed that.
We would have noticed
last
it.
name.
Maybe
But
not. I could be
honestly,
wrong.
I'm sorry, Mova, but poor Allie. She is
she's getting
completely
played.
betrayed by her husband.
Yep.
This is huge.
Okay,
So
but,
huge.
okay,
Yes.
I am sorry to take a page out of Mova's book here, but she had it coming.
She
The
did.
girl
Yeah.
had it coming. You can't
She
do
did.
that many bad things to
And,
people
you know-
and not get bitten in the end.
Right, so
Yeah.
true. I mean, like, hello, karma. But last week we thought that fall was so believable, but now we know that it was staged. How crazy is that? And like, bear with us as we piece all these pieces together, guys, because like, we literally just finished the episode. This episode was freaking amazing.
Amazing!
It was so amazing.
Like,
I'm
information,
crying.
You guys, my entire life was made in this episode.
Oh my gosh,
And we will
yes,
get to it. We will get to it, I
will.
promise you. But I had actual tears in my eyes. We have to get through the actual twin reveal first.
And then we were all like pooping our pants over Mary just coming back from, or
That was
Mrs.
so
D.
good.
Did I not say? I was like, I want the
did.
person to come back to be Mrs. D.
You
And
did.
I think she
A
was
lot
like,
of-
I
a lot
wanted
of
the
people
twin
saw that
reveal
coming.
to be Mrs. D. And I think I know this is like a big statement here, but I liked this finale more than
Actually, that's funny that you say that.
finale. I liked the finale with all the
Yes.
couples, like you just
It was
said.
bomb.
Yes.
And this reveal, I
So
think, was
good.
even bigger.
Marley,
for
Because
some
there was
reason.
there was so much. Besides the twin reveal, we had so many different things happening in this episode.
I just feel like we're all like, no, me. I'm gonna talk.
Like, screw the twin reveal. Like, we all want to talk about Ezria and Hale.
Oh my God, Ezria. But like, are we ready to move on?
Whatever.
No.
Let's just move on.
Let's
you guys,
not move on. Let's just dissect
about how we're talking over each other.
I know. Let's just dissect the big part first, and then we'll go into ships. Yeah.
Okay, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
okay.
because,
Big part being the
just because
twin
I
reveal.
can't fully invest in the ships and the gloriness of it until my brain.
I can.
Until my brain is a little bit cleared from talking this
fine,
all a bit
let's
more.
do it.
Okay.
But the
so
big thing you mean is the twin reveal.
the twin reveal and also Dr. Rollins and everything like that. Okay, so basically, yeah, so crazy.
hot.
So
You guys, when that accent came out, I was like, yes, baby,
Yes, bitch,
Wait, you guys though, did she have an accent?
No, I think when we were around it, I don't think she did.
Okay, but then this matters because
I
if
know.
this whole thing is how we're saying it is, then shouldn't technically Dr. Rollins be Mary Drake's son?
No.
her doctor.
Dr. Rollins, Elliot Rollins, here I'm gonna break it down for you.
No, he's the
Elliot
cousin
Rollins
thing.
was like,
So he
said,
married her cousin.
yes,
meaning Allison.
he said to Mary Drake, I would have
her cousin.
done anything for Charlotte.
I thought he said.
And then
also-
Mary
yeah.
Drake said, you proved that when you married her cousin.
I thought she said your cousin.
Right,
And I'm
right,
like,
right,
oh,
no,
they're
her
cousins.
No, her cousin.
So the debate right
Allie's
now
cousin.
is, were they in
I mean,
love
Cece's
or
cousin.
was he
just
her
looking
doctor?
exactly like was he
Which
just
one?
like so attached to her as her doctor, or did Dr. Rollins and Dr. Rollins and Charlotte have a serious love connection that he would have literally gone through this entire story with Allison, gotten her to marry him and sign over these papers so that he could gain the Carrie Seymour group? The biggest question is, he said to Mary, this is what Charlotte would have wanted. Why would Charlotte have wanted him to gain the Carrie Seymour group? What the hell is the Carrie Seymour group?
And
What
the
is
other
that?
big question is, why the hell was, why the hell?
Wait, don't move on from that though,
No, we won't.
because I have a theory
Okay,
about that.
but why the hell was Mary in hiding this entire freaking time?
And why did she go to Radley
and why
in
did
the
she have a
first
grade?
place?
Sorry.
Why was she in Radley in first
that
place?
her grade?
Why did she give up
that
her
was her.
child? We can say that maybe Mrs. D and Kenneth took Charlotte because
It's
Mary
family.
was
It's a mental
crazy, but
condition.
like why? What is her story? Why did she go to Radley? And that makes more sense because
And-
like genetics, sure.
Yeah.
Craziness passed on in the family.
And Mary was clearly way more supportive of Charlotte and the whole
Yes.
transition because clearly she loves her daughter so much.
Yes.
So like, why wasn't she there for her all these years? Like
Because she's crazy and she can't raise a kid. And I think it was
Yeah.
like a family thing where Mrs. D stepped in and was like, okay, I will take your child
Yeah,
for you because
totally.
you can't raise
Yeah.
her because you're in.
But I think,
mental
I think the
institution.
weird thing is that Kenneth it said he kidnapped.
Yeah, that was
on the
he
thing.
said that.
Yeah, it was on the papers.
I
It's
thought
like,
it said adopted.
Abducted, I
Oh,
thought.
abducted.
oh wait, no,
say
it was
adopted.
probably adopted, and we thought it said abducted.
Yeah, I
totally thought that,
honestly
though.
thought it said adopted.
Okay,
Yeah,
never
because
mind.
they're siblings and she's in a mental
We're thinking
institution,
ahead.
Okay,
so
so
she
they
can't really
adopted.
take care of the kid.
Okay, but honestly though, you guys, this
I'm dying
British
to know Steph's
accent,
shot, though.
this British accent, the only person we've ever known with the British accent on PLL
Is Ren.
is Ren.
Yeah.
I know.
So what can this mean? Can this
I
mean
would love
something?
that.
Why would they make Hugh Collins revert to his natural
I totally agree.
accent?
I don't think it has to do with Ren.
No, I do.
But
and,
why,
and this
though?
completely
You know?
ties
Why?
into why Melissa
Like it's
keeps
her
going to
brothers?
London. Like this ties in the
Yes.
whole
Gosh.
English
Yes,
thing.
Melissa's
my
always going to
gosh.
London.
Melissa's in on it. Melissa probably
I
has
did not
Dr.
even
Rollins
think
back.
of that.
Yeah.
I did not even think of that.
yeah.
Can we rewind for a second, just back to the whole like motive and Dr. Rollins and whether or not he was her doctor or if he was playing her from the
Or
if they
whether
really
they
fell
were
in
in
love,
love, yeah.
or he was playing her from the start.
Right.
Couldn't if Mary Drake is behind everything, okay?
Okay.
Then couldn't she have solicited him? So maybe he really was her doctor.
Right.
And mom said, you're the only one who my daughter has ever loved. Or not my daughter, who Allie has ever loved. So she realized, oh my God, this is the jackpot gold mine because Dr. Rollins, she's fallen in love with, so I'm gonna recruit him and make him work for
But
me.
I think he's
so
a little bit
she's
too young.
Master A.
Is he a little
Okay,
bit
you
too
guys,
young?
real quick.
Are you going to reveal this right now?
Hugh Collins just messaged me on Twitter.
Okay, let me check my message too.
He just
'cause we're
messaged
all
me
tight.
and he said, "Mwah ha 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 ha." He is responding because I said you have got to come on our show.
And he
So
wanted
and
to,
he
you guys.
said to
Meg
me,
was like talking to him back and forth. He wanted to be here.
yeah, he
tonight.
wants to be here tonight, but
Tweeting on
he is tweeting for Freeform. He said, "Mwahaha, such a bummer you're not going until 7:15 because we're doing our show a little bit earlier tonight." So here's the promise that I'm making to you guys.
Breaking news!
We are going to get him on the show, and
At
we are
some point.
going to surround him.
and
Make him take his shirt off. Just kidding.
A group makeout session, probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Tune in.
No, we are going to get him on the show. He loves it. I'm so happy for him, but he is so excited because we have got to get answers out of him.
No, we will.
Yeah.
So the plan is, we'll obviously tell you guys, but we're going to do a special theories episode in a couple weeks, and Hugh will be on the show. He's already promised. I just want to say he messaged me back too. It was just a bunch of like emojis with big eyes.
Oh yeah, he's so excited.
Me too.
We love this. You know what? Honestly, you guys, I said Dr. Rollins is so effing guilty, and I knew it because they kept putting so much emphasis on it.
He's a dodgy geezer.
He is a dodgy geezer.
Dodgy geezer.
So do you guys think that him or he moved those, like, the carpet and Allie fell because of him?
Okay, so this is the other thing too. Yes, before we move on to ships really quick. Dr. Rollins is emoji.
It's
emoji.
He's emoji.
No, that's what I was saying, you guys.
But that's not when he pulled off the mask.
No.
Yes, and by the way,
Just 'cause
Wilden,
he's
you
wearing a
guys,
mask.
Wilden. Oh my God, that was crazy.
Wilden, insane.
That was
side
insane.
note.
Wilden,
Okay, so this is
I wonder why Wilden though.
But I love it.
I loved it too.
I think what we're saying is maybe he's going to be related because you guys were saying with the accents, or Sinead was saying.
No,
with the
Wilden
accents.
didn't have an accent.
Yeah, but Wilden coming
anyway,
back. Why Wilden?
You guys, this is what I think that he is a pawn for Mary Drake, and I know he was wearing the masks, but still, she's in control. She's the one who recruited him. He's not emoji. She is emoji.
Okay.
She is emoji.
That makes sense. But is he too young? No. Is he too young to be her doctor? That's one point I was going to say, and now I can't remember my second point. So Megan, go on.
Okay, wait. So I think Dr. Rollins is emoji. I just said that with a weird emoji. But then
No, Mary.
Or Mary. Okay, or the two of them are emoji together. Okay. We'll just call it that for now.
Okay.
We'll call it that for now. She's typing back to Hugh, whatever.
Yeah. I just said, let us know whenever you're available. We'll get you on the show.
Yes.
Okay, so then Hannah was kidnapped by supposedly whoever killed Charlotte. Is that what's going on?
Right. So
But
like
if they were
Hannah,
together,
does Mary Drake have Hannah?
or
Because she was in the woods.
I
Mary
still
was in
kind
the
of feel
woods.
like the person that has Hannah is separate from
Yes.
Dr.
agreed.
Rollins and Mary Drake. I
'Cause they
still
were
feel
both
like, because
together
remember,
there.
there's two people. There's the people that want to know who killed Charlotte, and there's people that want to cover it up. This could technically be a completely separate thing than both of those people, because Dr. Rollins and Mary Drake could honestly just have the motive of getting the Karasimi group, which would put them on the outside of any A activity at all. Like, we haven't even considered that.
Because we
Yeah,
know Dr.
that's
Rollins
true.
definitely did not kill Charlotte because
No.
clearly he loved her.
Clearly.
No.
So
But unless he was using
Oh,
her.
that's-
Oh no,
no, he
loved
said
her.
he loved
He
her.
loved her.
Yeah.
All right.
He said he would have done
Okay,
anything
okay.
for Charlotte. He would have
Right.
done anything for
just
Charlotte. So
don't
we
know
know
about
he didn't kill
Allie.
her.
So who killed Charlotte?
We still
We
don't
still don't
know
know who killed Charlotte.
Which
And
is why PLL is coming back in
maybe
June.
what if Dr. Rollins did do it and has just kind of had this whole scheme this whole time, fooling people to like think that he loved her.
But yes. Go ahead, sorry.
Your mic wire. I'm sorry. I'm trying to.
Sorry, guys, sorry. I just swore.
I'm gonna fix it while somebody else talks.
Okay, go on.
But where was I going with that? Damn it! No, okay,
Damn
wait.
it,
She's totally touching my ass right now, by the way. She's
And
not
your
even-
boobs, and
You
it
are
all.
filling me up, girlfriend. Okay, wait.
Got it.
Okay, all right. So Dr. Rollins. Okay,
I know it's really difficult to
I
think right now.
cannot. Just.
This is
what
so
Dr.
confusing.
Rollins-
Here's
Yeah,
what
right,
this is what
right.
becomes confusing, because we haven't heard the Karasimi group since last season.
Right, okay.
Okay, go ahead.
I remember what I was going to say. None of this happened until after Charlotte died. So all this exploded, really, well, after Charlotte was released, I guess. When was the first text? That's what we need to figure out.
We do.
We need to figure out when the very first text was, so I know you guys are on it. Did it happen after Charlotte died? Or did it happen before that when she got
It had to
out?
have been after. It had to have been after,
I
right?
think it was after.
Okay, we'll
After
talk
she
all
died.
about this on the theories episode. Like the theories
Yeah.
episode that we're gonna have is us when we actually have some time
With you, yeah.
and hours to put all this together, like we did for the.
We have to think about this, you guys, because this is like so major epic, and I'm so lost.
I'm so satisfied, though. I am
I am
so
so
satisfied.
satisfied.
Did we talk about
Ezria?
No.
We're gonna get to that.
Did we talk about the fact that we're best friends with
Hale? Do we talk about what Mary Drake's motives would be?
Right. No.
Well, she's insane, so she doesn't really.
Why would
Why
Mary
is she
and Dr.
insane, though?
Rollins partner up?
Well, that's what I'm
together?
saying. The Karasimi group we haven't heard anything about since last season, but obviously the Karasimi group means so much to Dr. Rollins and Mary Drake, but why?
I know. Okay,
Why?
Wait. You guys, do you know how you said the thing about how you think the Karasimi group and that whole motive could be completely separate from this emoji motive?
Okay.
No, because Mary Drake did say Charlotte would have wanted that. So Mary Drake is one of those two groups that's either trying to cover it up or avenge the death of Cece. She is trying to avenge the death of Cece. So didn't we all decide? Didn't we at one of our after shows decide if we're like, oh, A is the one who wants to avenge
Yes.
Cece.
maybe.
So that means they are
That could
A.
potential.
That is-
I do believe that. I
It
do believe
doesn't,
that.
doesn't necessarily prove it like an end-all, be-all, but I do think that would make sense for them to be the ones avenging Charlotte's death
Right.
because they clearly love Charlotte. They clearly
Right.
care for her.
Right.
So it would make sense if they were emoji or emoji,
Right.
as you say. Emoji, as Caleb says, and
I
emoji,
swear they
as
got
Mova
that from me,
says.
guys. I swear they got that from me. But my thing is that Mary Drake's motivation was she wanted her daughter back, and she's crazy. Crazy people, when they're not on their medication, they're not thinking straight. And Dr. Rollins' motivation is money. I know that sounds terrible, but
Right.
he owns 51% of the Karasimi group.
Maybe that
Karasimi
was
group
legit.
balling.
Yeah,
That was
and
a partnership.
this also
That was
means that
partnership.
Mrs. D and Kenneth were keeping this a secret for forever, that they had actually adopted Cece. So, what was the reasoning for why they adopted her, aside from the fact that her mom was crazy? Is that it?
And
maybe?
that's her sister. You know, if I don't even want to
That's the aunt that they
here.
were hiding in the backyard that one time?
Yeah.
Was that her grave,
But she has
or
a
was it
grave.
not? Was it not her grave, or was it her grave?
Well, I don't know, because they dug up the grave and there was nothing in it.
It said, "Here lies the son of."
Yeah, so it wasn't her grave. It wasn't even her fake.
You're right, but
grave.
I did think she had died.
And that was technically
it
her
was
aunt's
empty.
house.
They have empty-
Charlotte
it was
or
empty house,
Charles was
right?
technically buried at their aunt's house.
Yeah.
They made reference to the aunt a
But
few times.
with
And
real
because
talk
Jason-
though,
she was dead?
how did Allie
I
and
thought so.
How did Allie and Jason not know that their aunt was identical to their mom?
Did they ever
Oh,
meet the
good
aunt?
point.
Or did she die
Good
before they
point.
were
They
born?
met their aunt,
They
unless
did?
this is a different aunt that
'Cause
nobody's ever
Jason
heard
was
of.
staying at the aunt's house,
Yes.
unless the aunt was not there. and they were visiting.
Unless Jason's in on this because he technically works at the Karasimi group.
And we haven't
Yeah.
seen Jason in God knows how long.
It would
Yeah,
make
what is
sense.
What
it?
the actual F is happening in Rosewood, you
Yeah,
guys?
right.
For real.
But why would he want to be Team Charlotte when Charlotte basically froze him?
Seriously.
Charlotte Post.
That's what I said. What the
Did you
actual
say that in a
F is
British
happening?
accent?
Huh?
I thought you were like, what would happen if
No,
Charlotte?
man.
I have absolutely no clue
Oh my
what's
God,
happening in
my brain
Rosewood.
hurts. Let's talk about ships.
I know. Okay, we
Oh
need to-
my God, let's talk about shit. First of all, I'd love to just take this moment to thank Marlene King for making all of my little girl dreams come true by reuniting the greatest ship that has ever existed in the history of Pretty Little Liars, Ezra and Aria.
Yes.
Making out and doing the deed like I've never seen before.
Loved it.
Thank you.
No, I loved it. And
All
you know,
hail
not far
Marlene.
behind.
Caleb.
Hey, oh my
Yes.
God.
Sam, Caleb, back at it with the
Caleb.
PLL ships.
No, I would love
They
that.
didn't
I
waste
love
any
that.
time
We
between
didn't.
those two scenes. I was like, holy shit.
And it was
Yeah,
so
that was
sad to see
intense.
that flashback
That
when
was
Hannah was like, actually, I
sad.
came back for you. Now do you guys feel bad?
I was so surprised because Caleb was just checking out Spencer's amazing, gorgeously
Oh,
hot
so
ass,
hot.
freaking ass. Hello.
Nothing but
hello.
ass.
Hashtag, can we do a hashtag dimples? please?
Hashtag
butt
dad ass
dimples.
dough.
That ass dough.
That was hot. Okay.
Seriously though, he was just checking out his girlfriend's butt dimples that apparently are genetic, which sucks because we all want them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we learned that.
I'm pretty sure I have them just a little bit. But
I definitely know.
I'll let you guys decide for
I
yourselves.
look like a
later.
cyclops. Anyways,
He was just checking out Spencer's chiseled butt dimples,
Right.
and then he's making out with Hannah two
but
scenes later.
Hannah explained her story. He was heartbroken because he didn't know what exactly had happened. But once
Yeah.
Hannah explained herself, himself. He's like, yes, this is back on. You are my true love. I know where my heart lies. Spencer was having a moment, but she is going to hook up with Toby. Mark my words. I thought it was going to be them because him and Yvonne were having
We thought that it was going to be them, and that was the only them. And I also thought
I bet you they will.
Emily and Allie were maybe gonna. It was like reunions of all the couples.
Marlene just made all of our, basically what you said, all of our dreams come true because all the ships were together.
But I hate
this
to be
episode.
a downer, guys.
Uh-oh.
Be a downer.
Let's take it down a new.
Let's do it.
Let's take it
down. Okay, go, you take it down. Girl.
Okay, they both cheated on their significant others that they're currently with.
Right,
so,
but they didn't know the
Shady,
whole story.
I don't care. You're gonna have
It don't
feelings.
matter.
Yeah, sure.
And if
Everybody
I
was
get
cheating on everybody tonight. You are right. You
I
are
am, and
absolutely
like
right.
it's not that I'm saying that you shouldn't be with your original ship and you shouldn't be with the person you love. I just think that if the chemistry's back there again, and oh my God, I'm Aria and I have feelings for you, Ezra. Make a quick call, break it off. At least you've got a clean slate, and then do it. And same goes with Hanna and Caleb. Hey, Hanna, thank you for telling me that romantic, loving story. Let me just talk to who's it's over here, and then we can get together.
Right, as far as Liam goes, he definitely did not deserve to be drugged
Bye.
into that. But bye, honey
Bye.
child. Bye-bye. And you know,
Bye.
Spencer was with Toby in the hallway. I bet you they're next. I bet you they're next.
Well,
If literally Spencer and Toby had started making out, I think I would have just died in a puddle on the floor
know.
because I don't think my heart could have
We
taken
all had our
anymore.
periscopes out. We were ready for it.
I
That's
had,
so
I
crazy.
had
It was gonna
legitimate
happen.
tears in my eyes when Hanna was explaining to Caleb. She was like, there's something I've never told you. That whole scene.
Yeah, that was sad.
And she was like, things would have been so much different now. And then Caleb just like touched her and it was like the slowest.
I know, correct.
I just like
amazing.
immediately, I was like, I need to go make out
And
with
talk
someone.
about tears when Ezra was crying, like, oh my God.
You
That was
guys, I
amazing.
can't.
Is
I
this
literally
Weird that
can't.
I don't I care. All right. I don't seem to care that much about
Caleb?
Liam getting
No.
dumped, but I really care about Spencer. Like she's gone
Spencer's
through a lot of
fine.
stuff.
You really got
She's
blindsided.
fine, Steph. She's
Homegirls.
in a cave with Toby. It's
Yeah.
gonna be
Yeah,
all
they're
right.
gonna
Haley
be
is
good.
engaged, and I think even
No,
though
they're
I know they're on the
broken up.
rocks,
They're broken up.
they are not broken up.
They're totally broken
They're
up.
on the rocks.
They're not
But
engaged.
the reason why is because we don't have
Stop.
as much of a relationship with Liam. Like,
Right,
we're homegirls with
right.
Spencer, you know what I mean?
Yvonne is on her
Sister.
way out. Love her. She's gone. Bye.
Bye.
And then
Yeah.
that's when Spencer swoops in because now, I'm sorry, now Caleb is going to have to answer to Spencer. And when Nicole comes back, which I still kind of think she's going to.
Dead Nicole?
I kind of think Dead Nicole's going to come back.
I think so too.
Ezra's going to have to answer to her too. Whatever.
Well, Ezra has nothing. Ezra didn't do anything wrong.
Ezria.
He thinks his girlfriend's dead.
Like Aria cheated on Liam.
But Nicole is supposedly
And
dead.
she did that wonderful thing that I love. It's like mid-sex when she just starts laughing in his face. I think
It's cute.
adorable.
It's really cute.
And his
happened, I shouldn't have paid
jawline
attention.
was on
I
point,
was
you
so
guys. Like
excited.
Ezra,
So
I've
good.
never liked a kiss, and we've had a lot of kisses. We've really liked.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, I
So,
didn't get that.
Why don't we? Okay, why don't we dive in a little bit more to Hanna and what's going on in that situation? Since we talked about the ships, so Hanna, obviously, someone brought up an amazing point. Like she cannot be dead because we still have that scene that we never
Yes.
saw. them in.
Freaking love that.
Yes. So when in the classroom episode when they're all Allie's writing on the chalkboard and they're all like, he's here, which obviously I think
Oh, that's
that's
a really good
absolutely
point.
Dr.
Right,
Rollins
yeah.
now.
You think
Yeah.
so?
I think so.
Yeah.
He's
Oh, yeah,
here,
yeah,
of course, because she's
obviously.
scared of him.
Obviously.
Yeah. So so we know Hannah's not dead because she's in that scene, basically. Sorry, long story short, is what I was trying to make.
And
so,
we know then that the girls are going to learn that Dr. Rollins is shady.
Exactly.
So that's
I'm
coming
so
up.
excited for that. Do you guys
Exactly.
think he's gonna go to jail? Where do you think he's gonna go to?
I don't know. What do you?
Is he gonna go to
Obviously,
jail?
if he's coming, like he's not going to jail. Like, what happens? Do they get a divorce and like she never sees him again?
I mean, I don't know. I guess that's why we have season 7.
And that's how you guys,
so
that's what I'm
excited.
predicting. You know how she
Going-
thinks that she's crazy now?
Yeah.
It's gonna get Allie
Yes.
depression time,
Now,
man.
going into season 7, Alex is in a mental hospital. Hanna is unconscious. Ezria is trying to hide the fact that they just did it. Hale is trying to hide the fact that they just made out. And Spencer and Toby are like, what?
Okay, on the real note though, Marlene wherever you are.
Thank you.
Yes.
We love you.
Let's all bow to Marlene.
Bow to Marlene.
Yes.
Okay, and this, I mean, I don't mean for anyone to get mad at this next comment, but I mean, I love Mona, but she was like just in everyone's business this
What was
episode.
she doing?
She just
I
kept popping up out of nowhere, and I was
understand
like,
what her reasoning was.
Just be at the party. Just
Her
be with
reasoning-
Mrs. Hastings.
Her
I just
reasoning
was like, why are you there?
Her reasoning is she got scolded by Yvonne's mom's campaign, right? Because she was shady. And so she got booted from
No, I
them.
just
So now
didn't
she's trying to
understand-
crawl back to Mrs. Hastings' camp
Yeah, but I didn't
and be
understand
like,
why she
oh,
was
I'm
like-
going to support it. Well, that's the issue.
No,
is,
not
is
that,
she
but she was
genuine
like
or
with
not?
Toby and Spencer.
why is
she
she
was like,
tagging
way
You
them
guys,
popped up there.
Mona, I honestly feel like Mona
be
is
friends.
innocent in all of this.
But it was annoying.
She's
I want to come on the
friend.
excursions.
I was like, go away.
I literally
Caleb
think
got
that
mad.
Mona is innocent in all of this. I think that her
Right.
being down there with them and running into Spencer and Toby was just, she's trying to do her own
But
research.
there's got to be a reason. Why would they? I know it's getting really technical, but why would they pay an extra actor to be there for absolutely no reason? There has to
exactly.
be some sort
Yeah.
of.
I think
time.
I know they're trying to make it seem like it's because she wants to be friends and she wants to bond with
like,
everyone.
what?
But I
Yeah.
really think that she's shady.
She's-
and they
yeah,
almost had
she's
some
got
weird
her
music when
own
she was
motives.
making the calls.
She's got her own motives, maybe. Like, she's doing something in it for her, but it has nothing to do with A. I don't think she's A. I don't
And
think
Caleb got
she's...
No, it might just
super
be her
mad that
having
Mona was
ulterior
there.
motives.
He was like, why is she
Yeah,
here?
Yeah.
I
No,
was like,
because
overreacted
okay,
moment.
can we talk about that for a sec? Because I thought that was supposed to be like he's taking out his frustration with Spencer because he's really more into Hannah, and he was taking it out of proportion
okay.
with that thing. And
Yeah.
that's why Spencer's reaction was all like, whoa there, hey, Caleb, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I thought that's why that happened.
Unless he's still mad at her because he thinks that she leaked the abortion stuff. And
Maybe.
No,
It's
they just had
possible,
the
but I
dimple
highly
moment.
doubt that.
no,
They're
not
not
at
mad.
her, mad at Mona.
Real quick, at a very catty bitch. By the way, Katrina, I love you because you've been on our Twitters all day, and we really appreciate it. She said their aunt's name was Carol. That is right.
So it's a
Last
different
season,
sister.
the aunt that Jason was staying at her
It's a
house.
different aunt?
The aunt whose grave had
Charles's grave.
Charles's grave was supposedly
It's
at.
a different
that was
aunt,
Carol.
or that's like a.
It's a different sister
aunt.
of Mrs. D.
We have no idea who this aunt is. So
It could have
Mrs. D
been
is
a
kind of
cover-up,
keeping.
though. It really could have been a cover-up.
It could have been a cover-up, but we've never heard
Yeah.
Mary Drake.
That's interesting.
Okay.
And someone had reminded you also that Radley Sanitarium was an anagram for Mary A. DiLaurentis.
But Mary Drake.
Did we have any closure with? I just thought of
Toby and
this.
Marion.
Oh, I wasn't gonna say that, but
So I'm
go
still
for it.
thinking like maybe that is possible.
Yeah, possible.
Maybe it's possible that Toby is brought into this somehow.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, because the Marion Kavanaugh thing was so big before,
Yeah.
like, there was no real closure. Also, we have to talk about before we take to a commercial, is that the last A message was signed by AD.
Yep.
Yes.
Which to all of us sounds like Alison DiLaurentis, of course.
AD.
She's just over
I don't
there
know,
like,
you guys, you know I want to make this work. I just, like, I want to make it work somehow. But, like, realistically, do I think that was Allison? Probably not.
Probably
That's-
not. Honestly, I would love if it was Allison.
Yeah, because I could take a breath of fresh
like,
air.
let's get
but
juicy
probably
over here,
You
right?
guys,
Slow jam.
you guys, wouldn't it, okay, wait, hold up, hold the phone. Wouldn't it be epic if the old Allie came back like the Allie that we knew, and she was one step ahead of Mary and Dr. Rollins, and is the one that they're both like, you guys pay attention to what I'm saying.
I'm listening. All right.
Isn't it? So imagine if they're like one-upping each other. Like imagine if that really is Allison. She was just faking to be crazy to fuel their fire.
Or what if she is crazy?
Oh, you guys!
No.
Yes.
What if she is crazy? Not faking it, you guys. What if she's legit bipolar and split personality?
No, what if she's really
And
just
she's
trying to
also
protect everybody?
A?
Because you know Allie, she's always trying to protect her friends. What if she figured this out a long, long time ago and she was playing Dr. Rollins just as evilly as he was playing her, and she's the one that's on the other side? Because you know we're working with like technically two A's here.
Yeah.
Dr. Rollins is one of them and Allie is the other.
And she's like,
Not
I'm gonna
being a
get
bad
you, you
person,
think you're
but
good. I'm gonna
AD,
get you.
you guys,
Might
AD.
be.
I have Allie. I mean, I have Hannah. Who better for Hannah to be with than her best friend, Allie?
Yeah.
You guys, I just got so freaking excited.
Also-
Please don't hate on that because I
Also-
feel like that could work.
Why would Dr. Rollins and Mary Drake torture Allie using Wilden? And why would Allie say it wasn't my fault?
Yes,
What
that
the hell
was
is that?
Why was she gonna say that if she killed her mom?
Yes, oh my gosh. Imagine if Allie is
You
the
guys were
reason
so
that Mrs. D
passionate right
is
now.
dead, or Mr. Wilden, if Mrs. D or Wilden are dead, because why would Elliot have any reason to bring up Wilden of all people? That's seasons ago. Cece admitted to killing Wilden. Like, what the hell is that connection? But why would Allie say it wasn't my fault? And she is so freaked out by it that eventually leads her to go check herself into a mental institution.
I still think that goes with along your lines, but a little different, that she has split personality disorder. Whoopsie daisy, my other half self killed my mom.
So I think that Mary killed Mrs. De Laurentiis.
Or Allie killed Mrs. De Laurentiis.
Because we still don't know who killed Mrs. De Laurentiis.
Because that's a good way for Mary to be like, hi, I'm back. Here I am in all my dirt. You killed me, bitch. Why?
Yes.
Because I think that the reason why Mary De Laurentiis was acting as her mom and that Dr. Rollins was acting as Wilden has something to do with Allie's past. And I really do think that they chose those two characters for a reason. And Allie was so freaked out that she inevitably checked herself into a mental institution. So what does that say? Like, you guys, we have to pay attention to the fact that she said, that wasn't my fault.
But it could have been.
It wasn't my fault.
But we're acting like it's like she's saying that about her mom's death when it also could have been.
It could have been Wilden.
About Wilden.
It could have
We just
been
have
Wilden.
no idea how that was
Which is
connected.
that's more likely to believe because nobody knows anything about Wilden.
It could have just been Allie's mom. It could have just been Allie's mom that came back and it was a mask of Allie's mom. But they chose Wilden for a specific reason. Why? I don't know.
To make her
but
go
I'm
crazier
so
because she has
excited.
some weird guilt about Wilden.
Yeah.
By the way, Camila loves our dancing.
Okay. The reason why we're doing it is because earlier in the PLL fan suite, apparently I was the only one dancing at one point, and it's stupid, but it was soups awk.
It was slow jams. No, I loved
Megan
it, man.
died
You were
because she was
grinding.
like, what is happening? And Mova was like, she
Slow
was
jams.
doing slow jams, and then we all just started doing it.
It was just so awkward. I don't know why. It was just the camera was panning out.
I love it.
And I was just like, and everyone, you stand still, I was just like,
Because this is all of us. Bye! And then there's Meg.
and I was in
There's
my own
Megan
world.
just dancing in her own world. Okay, so before we cut to commercial, what we've learned, there is a twin on PLL. It's Mrs. De Laurentiis' twin.
Yeah.
Dr. Rollins is a sketchy biatch.
Yeah.
Caleb is meant to be together. Ezra is even more meant to be together, and they totally did it, which is super hot, and I can't get enough of it. And Toby and Spencer are literally about to do it, which we can expect when season 7 comes.
Yes.
Anything else?
Kerosene group. Allie checked
Caesar
in.
group we still have no idea about except for the fact that Jason
And
works
Hannah's not
there
dead.
and Dr. Rollins
Hannah's not dead,
wants
yeah.
a part of Kerosene group, and Dr. Rollins and Mary Drake, who's Mrs. D's twin, are totes working together, and Allison might or might not be the AD that sent the last text, but she's probably not because we know better than that, and Hannah's totes not dead because
Crap.
also
Yeah.
we saw Hanna, Emily, Aria, and Spencer running into the classroom to tell Allie that he was here and after her BT dubs.
Really
Stop.
fast, I know
Yeah.
you've just
Yeah.
wrapped everything up, but did we ever find out the result of their little plan to catch A by closing the little hatchet?
No, because Hannah
Okay,
is
so that's for next episode.
totally unconscious.
Yeah. I think
That's for
not
next
gonna work
episode.
Which
out.
really
Okay.
sucks for Hale because she can't make out when she's unconscious.
Unless her prince kisses her awake.
I love that.
Honestly, though, like for real, I think we covered it all.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
But
we
moral
better
of the
have.
story, regardless if there's a twin or not, Ezra is freaking endgame. So, girl, bye.
It was hot.
Wait, there is a twin.
I know. I
There
said
is a twin.
regardless. I don't
Yeah.
give a
Oh, got
shit
it,
about
got
the
it.
twin right now. All I care about is Ezra.
Send in your questions, though.
Got it. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
let us know.
Periscoped our reaction.
Yeah.
By the
Okay.
way.
Whatever. And then just remember, you guys, Ezra. Okay.
Okay.
Ezra.
Bye.
All right. We'll be right back.
I feel.
Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live. In case you missed it live.
Oh, you'd want to take the time travel the whole way back.
Oh my God.
We had a crazy vampire threesome.
And you can't unsee that. That's burned into my brain now.
I was like,
How did you get here? No. Look at me, I'm dancing.
You know why we saying yes. You know why we saying yes.
he was like, yeah, I'll tell you whatever you want.
He is quite something.
And we're like, inseparable. She was shadier than Sunglass Hut with Ray-Bans on sale, ladies and gentlemen.
No, it wasn't. So come on.
You just went to a totally different direction on that.
When a billionaire goes broke, it means he's got like $4 million.
Hold the phone.
Hold on.
Bro.
I found her to be deliciously out of control.
Oh man, looking forward to this fight.
Ooh, they about to get together. Watch, it's about to go down.
Somebody better take some pictures of this.
She just slapped the crap out of Nick.
And he's just
It's all good.
You can't count anything out.
Look at you.
It's been another awesome night at the Stream.TV, guys.
Thank you for joining us, you guys.
Yes.
We love you.
Hello. Okay, we're back with your questions, obvi, because you guys have such great questions. Let's get right into them. At Batty Maddie 2 says, Hannah can't be dead. You're right, girl. We haven't seen them all together in the classroom yet. Yes, what we just said.
Yeah.
That whole preview, which I really expected to see this season,
Me too.
hasn't happened yet.
Interesting that they shot those episodes so far in advance.
Yeah.
Right.
Or
they
that
just shot
specific
that
one.
scene.
Or that scene. Interesting.
Yeah.
So we know that that's coming up. So we know that everyone's going to end up being okay.
But that's definitely the he. And I do remember Marlene saying that A was a he. I just remember that from somewhere, and I couldn't justify it.
Yeah,
but
that's what we were talking about that
remember?
one time.
Yeah.
So does this mean that Dr. Rollins is the he?
I believe so.
But she's busy writing Mrs. Rollins on the board.
Well, because you can't
That's
get
what.
divorced
Oh,
that
that's
fast.
a really good my gosh, that is such a good point.
Because
so
I mean,
like
that's
she
still her last
clearly
name.
doesn't have any shame still saying that she's married to him.
But
Right?
all the kids know her as Mrs.
Very-
Rollins. I mean, a lot of people
why?
get
She's not
divorced,
a
but
teacher
still
yet.
keep.
She's not a teacher yet.
Megan should know her mom's
She's a teacher. She's a teacher.
Not yet.
Yes, she is.
Already?
Oh my God, yeah, we've seen her in so many scenes where
Yeah,
she's been a
remember
teacher.
Mona came, Sarah
you're
came.
right. Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah, girl.
Although that's a long ass vacation. She's been
That is,
She's been not
she's
teaching
been,
for
like-
unless it's summer.
Could be.
it's
I don't know.
yeah.
At Hannah MP88 says, I need to know what the hell is Mrs. D and Elliot's motivation for this.
I know.
So what is their motivation
I
for
know.
this?
We talked about that Mrs.
That's the ultimate
D's
question.
twin is crazy. She's in a mental institution. She doesn't need a legit motivation, and maybe it's just to get her daughter back. And Dr. Rollins, he's money
I don't
hungry.
think so,
Yeah,
Nova,
I think
because
he wants the
Elliot
Karasimi
said,
group.
I have 51% of the Karasimi group.
Money.
Okay.
So his
and
motivation's money.
Then Mary Drake says, this is what Charlotte would
Yeah,
have
so her
wanted.
motivation is
crazy.
avenging
Why
Charlotte.
would
Obsessed with
Charlotte
her
have
daughter.
wanted Elliot to gain control of the Karasimi
no,
group?
that's what I was
the
saying,
hell
no, you
is the
guys.
Karasimi group have to do
Oh
with
my
any of
God,
this?
that's what I'm saying because she said that important line where she said, my daughter's only loved one guy. She teamed up with Elliot just because he had the in with, not her daughter, with Allie. Allie's only loved one guy. Do you get it?
No, it wasn't Allie she was talking about. She was talking about
she was
Charlotte.
talking about
Charlotte only
Charlotte.
loved one guy. Mary wasn't Allie's mother.
And then
Okay.
Elliot said, I would have done anything for Charlotte. And then Mary said, yeah, you proved that when you married her cousin.
Right. She was talking.
This is all about Charlotte.
She is very much in love with her daughter.
Charlotte.
I
Charlotte.
think he's trying to
So then,
manipulate
okay,
the
when I
situation,
take that- so we
and
really-
she's just being crazy. He's
That's
trying to manipulate
possible.
the situation for money, and she's just being crazy. She's in a mental institution, and she's
So wait a second,
pretending
You
that-
guys, I could believe that, but I do think there is so much more to the
100%.
Karasimi
Well,
group.
the Karasimi
100%.
group
There has
owns
to be.
or owned Radley, and I
Right?
do believe the Karasimi group might own the hotel now.
So maybe Charlotte wanted
Which is why
A part
the
of
blueprints and all that stuff could have been built because the
Right.
Karasimi group
Yes.
probably left
maybe
part
that's
of
why
Radley.
maybe Charlotte wanted a part of the Karasimi group because there's a bigger story. There's a bigger story and connection between the Karasimi group and Radley. All right,
Okay,
Steph,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Okay, maybe it's way simpler than this, you guys. So simple. A needs money. A is Mary Drake. She needs money. Karasimi group.
Okay.
The end.
Yeah, okay, I could see that
Okay.
too.
Not because
So
anyone's
I
trying to get
still-
rich, just so they can, because basically, A needs money to do what? Torture the girls. to avenge Charlotte's death.
And we did get a tweet from TV Tweets. Love you.
Yes,
Thank you so
love
much.
you.
Yes,
said
love you.
That the first text was after Charlotte died, and it said, "You know who did it, and I'm going to make you talk."
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying, is that AKA Mary Drake, wants to torture the girls to avenge her daughter's death, and she needs money to do it.
So the texts, I believe, yes, were coming from them. You're correct.
Okay.
But now we still need to figure out who was actually the person who started this entire mess from the beginning, who killed Charlotte. That is ultimately what started this entire Rosewood mess
and we still don't know who killed Charlotte.
We
still don't know. The next question comes from @Samaras_MM. Did you guys think this was better than the CCSA reveal? Hell yes! She says, because TBH, I do. #PLLAS. Girl, we're with you.
Yes.
This was so much better than the CCSA reveal, because let's be real, we called the CCSA reveal on the very first episode of our after show. We were like, it's CC Drake. This I did not see coming at all. A lot of people said it could be Mrs. D's twin. Yes,
I saw
that's
that
not
coming.
as anticlimactic.
But it's still
But
worked
Dr.
out
Rollins,
so
I
nicely.
wanted it to be him so bad. Like, he's way too hot to not have a bigger storyline. It's totally perfect because Allie's husband, her husband, that's awful. It is, you're right.
You
It
guys,
is
though,
so effed
let
up.
us know, because would we be as excited though if we didn't actually know Hugh personally? Because we actually love him.
Well, I think we would, but you guys were excited not just because of the twin reveal.
Yes, I love it. The idea of this is awful for her.
But we love
You
Dr.
love it.
Yeah.
It's a twist that we did not see
Yes,
coming.
it is.
That's
And
what
her
we
husband,
were
they just got
expected.
married. Now we know that his motivation to get married was so much bigger than just being in love with her. Like, he's not in love with her at all.
But guys, also a huge part of this episode was the freaking ships who are all back. Like, if that had happened in the CC reveal, perhaps I would have liked that episode more. But that.
Well, the ships were all still together, really.
Yeah.
I honestly think the A reveal was great and it was exciting. We were kind of like, what? But it didn't really wrap everything up for me. But this is all connecting the pieces still together, which is what we needed.
There's still so many questions left. So we're 100% hooked and ready for the next season.
Yes, we are.
Is that all the questions?
We are.
Okay. Also, I wanted to answer Forever Johnny Boy's tweet.
The OG.
He said, what was your favorite part of the PLL spring finale, and who do you think took Hanna, and who's the third player in the A game? Considering that there's actually 3 people involved, which is what we were talking about earlier. There's A, right?
Yes.
The person that's trying to avenge Charlotte's death.
Yes.
There's the person that's trying to cover up Charlotte's death, the same person that got Emily to touch the murder weapon.
Yes.
And then took it back. And then there's Elliot and Dr. Rollins. Maybe that could be third. It could be A, could be Emoji, or we still don't know who's the third player. There's
Why
so
would
many
they
things.
want to cover it up?
Because
who the hell knows?
Speculating.
Right.
If
Because
they were
all we
that
can
person,
say,
why would they want to cover it up?
all we
They
can
want to
say
find
is the
out.
person that wants to cover up Charlotte's death either killed Charlotte or is trying to protect Charlotte's real killer.
Right.
But obviously, Dr. Rollins and Mary Drake didn't kill Charlotte, right? We can at least agree on that.
Though do it? Like,
because
if he just straight
Dr.
up wanted
Rollins
money.
loved Charlotte.
How do we know though for sure?
Why would Mary Drake kill her own daughter? That's the only thing that gets me.
But what if she wasn't involved? What if he just saw this as an opportunity
And
to get
he's
more
lying to
money?
her too.
Yeah.
It's possible.
And he's just playing
and
everybody.
he's just like, oh, I see this opportunity. I'm gonna take it. I want
And
more
he's
money.
actually like,
like where your head's at.
Well, actually, Mova, you bring up a really good point, because I'm sorry, if someone I was in love with died, and then I got revenge, the first thing I wouldn't say is, I own 51% of the Karasimi group.
Yes.
You're right. That is a very, very important thing that you just said.
yeah,
Unless he was-
why? But Mary Drake seemed pretty chuffed with herself too that he owns 51%.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying, is that unless that was part of their plot to avenge, they need the money not to get rich, but to avenge Charlotte's death.
Oh my God, there's
Freaking the
so many
51%.
possibilities. We need to think about this very thoroughly.
PLL in the UK just tweeted, Sarah's motives still haven't been revealed. You got any thoughts on this?
Where's
Sarah was
Sarah been?
not in this
MIA,
episode
girl.
at all.
But clearly
Interesting.
she's working
Really
with, I think she's working with Dr. Rollins and Mary, because she knew.
I think she's the one trying to cover up the death.
Or she could be.
Or she's the one that
or
killed
she
Cece.
still be
I
MOJ.
think Sarah's good, and she's trying to protect the girls.
What if
Really?
she actually killed Cece because Cece technically tortured her too?
I know. I thought that during our PLL
Yeah.
sure.
What this whole thing to me that's so crazy is that this whole adoption has to be explained because maybe Mary Drake had Cece while she was at Radley.
That's what I'm thinking.
And that's why
she did.
Her daughter had her, right?
Her
Or
daughter
her
had
daughter.
her? Her
That's why
sister
her
adopted
sister
her.
took
Mary?
her.
That's what we were
because
thinking.
Mary had Cece while she was
Mary
at Radley.
had Charles when she was in Radley.
But then they kept that from Cece to like protect her from her crazy mom. But then where did Mary go? Because Cece was at Radley too.
Exactly.
So while Cece was in Radley, where the hell was Mary
What
Drake?
if Mary is Toby's mom?
No.
I know that's so the
No, I
stretchiest
can totally see that.
We do know what happened to Marion Kavanaugh. I'm so sorry. I can't believe it.
She died.
Yes, she died.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's why Mrs. D adopted Cece is because Cece's real mom, Marion, died.
Marion.
And part of me still feels like
I think Marion and Mary are maybe two different people.
They are.
They are.
We're supposed to believe that they are, but I still kind of think that they might be. There might be a connection there.
So then maybe she didn't die.
And I still kind of feel like there is a connection as well to Bethany Young. I don't know why, but I still kind of like something is telling me to not let go of that
Our minds
storyline.
are on fire tonight. Like, we just
help
can't
us.
stop.
Let's shout a bunch of people out because you guys
Yes.
rock our entire worlds. Jared McFadden, I love you.
Yeah,
great.
At 143 Bridal, I will remember that. She said that if we shouted her out tonight, her husband was going to get her a dog.
Send us a picture of the dog. You should get a Yorkie. I love Yorkies.
Doggy.
Love them
You
both.
tell your husband if he doesn't buy you a puppy, we're all gonna be extremely upset.
Yeah, right.
So he better. Heather Bell at Heather Bell M, Gerald at Gerald DeMonte.
Kristen Brown, Charlotte
for it.
Rose, Alisani, Amanda Hazelwood, PLLAS fan page, of course, Thiago Silva, of course, Kenny Williams, of course.
Wait, I like this one tweet because it says, from always PLL fan, I'm watching PLLAS while watching PLL fan suite.
Love it!
Are they from
That's what
Abu
we like to
Dhabi?
see.
Are they from
Abu Dhabi. At Rainbow Lover 115 is on here. At Najoyce, I got Rebecca Quiros, Katie Lopez, Camila at PLL Talker. Kenny Williams, of course, we love you. At Beezus XX, Lucy's Guacamole, we love you too.
And, whenever.
No, go for it.
And some YouTube people, Julie S., Sinister Genius 777, Andrew Charles, Stacy Mora. Oh, and Stacy Mora, happy birthday.
Happy birthday! Love you. Marwal Dalmi at Baby J833.
There's seriously
so many. You guys.
You guys are on it today.
For the love of PLL.
Jared McFadden, that girl Shay Shay,
Sazine K.
Jarrell,
Crystal A.
hashtag
KACB.
Ellison, not Joyce,
TV Tweeter 2.
Rebecca. Okay, you guys, we just talk.
Okay,
Rebecca
yeah,
Squarius.
because people are like, okay.
And Kelster 79.
Okay.
So basically, I mean, it's kind of bittersweet because, this is the finale, but I mean, PLL will be back in the summer, and we will be doing a Theories episode with Hugh.
Yes.
So stay tuned for that because we're going to get a solid date on that.
Yes.
We're going to see when Hugh is available, and
We're
going
gonna
to
get
do
some
that.
answers.
Also, you guys, stay tuned to Freeform as well because you will see more of us. We promise you that. And we love you guys so much for tuning in today. We're super excited that we get to come here after PLL all day.
And check our Snapchats and our Periscopes because we have been live snapping our whole day today. And
also, I know it's going to be a little hard because we can't talk PLL, but all of us are huge fans of Shadowhunters. So if you're still watching Shadowhunters, please tweet us.
We will watch Shadowhunters tonight. Let us know what you guys think.
Hint, tweet us about Shadowhunters. We absolutely love that show. Did you just do the love it.
You guys or Team Jace?
But for real, we are entering season 7 of PLL. Another year at the stream.
How many more episodes?
We have one more season.
Which is 10?
Which is 10 per season. So 20 more episodes of PLL.
Crazy, right?
Which I love.
So much. We have been at the stream since what, 2014?
Since we were babies.
You guys are
approaching 2 years
together.
at the stream. It's crazy. But thank you so much for tuning into PLLAS every single Tuesday. We absolutely effing adore you guys.
Yes.
So tweet us. We'll be online. Should we slow down? We'll be online for like 30 seconds after they make us take pictures, okay? So just tweet us, okay?
Yeah, guys. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Hey Liars, for more Pretty Little Liars after show, hit that button and subscribe to the Stream.tv.